Oof.
Uh-huh.
Oof. We're going to be going tonight with Gary Priest.
Oh,
Jeeps.
Jeeps.
Here comes a rambling crew. Jerry, Eddie, Cody, too. Talking geek and crushing puss. Movies, games, 70s bush. Here comes a rambling squad. They are the just talking gods. Never cheesy, never bored. Contract tied to Skeletor. Here comes a rambling team. Making all the hills cream. Get all the greatest nerd chat. The Ramble's where it's at. Look at that, huh?
Oh,
Simple.
tight.
Simple to the point.
Tight. Jeeps.
Well, I hear it's tight most every night. Kind of
Right.
tight. I might be.
Not me,
Isn't that
I'm
funny how
loose.
like is just loose
Gaping.
as children. I got so excited when the Von Erichs would rush out to the ring
Sure.
to
Who
a
wouldn't?
song all about a whorehouse.
Right.
Well, I hear it's tight most every night, but now I
Right.
might be mistaken. But it's all about. And did you know, Eddie, that was actually that LaGrange, that shack outside LaGrange,
Yeah.
that the Von Erichs would take care of business to, was also the basis for the musical "The Greatest Little Whorehouse in Texas."
Okay.
So,
Where we got Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You,"
which was Whitney Houston's biggest hit.
which is Whitney Houston's biggest
So
hit.
my question is, what do you think is the greatest representation? Is it "I Will Always Love You," or is it LaGrange, the Von Erichs? What do you think that whorehouse is the most proud of? What do you think it is like?
Probably
yep,
the Von
that
Erichs.
was us. How could it not be?
Probably the Von
How
Erichs.
could it not be?
Right.
And
Because I'm sure they took care of business up there. I'm sure.
They just cleaned house.
They cleaned house.
God almighty.
And Melvin P. Thorpe probably went in there and exposed quite a few of them
Oh, he probably did.
with the
He
Watchdog
probably-
Report.
Absolutely. The brilliant Watchdog Report that we don't really get anymore with the lack of journalism in mainstream
No.
America.
We need a Melvin P. Thorpe
We
out there.
a lot more. By the way, this is Eddie. This is the Ramble. This is a Geek's Guide to Pop Culture. We're the Geeks on the Potteration Network. I am comedian, cancer fighter. My voice is tired for I don't know why. Jerry.
Deep throating? A lot of deep throating?
A lot of cocksucking. I wouldn't even do anything. Over there we have the one and only
Comedian, podcaster, president of the Melvin P. Thorpe fan club.
the charter member, Eddie Pence. This is Ramble 449. Subscribe to the Ramble. Give it a 5-star rating and a positive text review. I want to thank everyone who's been finding us on the Potteration Network, listening to us. Our numbers are the best they've ever been, and it's
Thank you.
thanks to the fine folk like you. So
Thank
thank
you.
you very, very much. I have a question now. Just because it's in the today we're gonna geek out. Let's get this out of the way. By the way, subscribe to the Ramble, 5-star rating, positive text review. Those things help us. Whether you hate iTunes, just fucking fake it. Come make
Just
some
fake it, dude.
bullshit
Just
account.
fucking fake it.
Subscribe to the Ramble, give it a 5-star rating and a positive text review. Also on wherever you get your podcasts. You can also see our beautiful faces on our YouTube
Yes, you
page, the
can.
Ramble Tube. There's that. We're on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. Eddie and I have YouTube pages. We have our own social media. Come and find us. Love us. Let us know you
know
listen to
what?
the Ramble.
I'm about 900 hours away from monetizing my YouTube page.
Look at this. Get on it. Help Eddie monetize that YouTube.
You need the 4,000 valid
4,000,
watch hours, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm at like 3,063 or something.
I
Like
think I might be right around there too. So do us a
that.
favor.
So log on,
Subscribe
hit play,
and subscribe to our
And
goddamn
walk away.
YouTube channels. That's all
Yeah.
we're asking.
hit play,
So
and walk
subscribe
away.
to our
That's
YouTube
all we're
channels. Listen to our whatchamacallits, our all of our comedy albums, all those things.
saying.
All those
All those things.
damned things.
One of my favorite scenes in all of cinema comes from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Which is this the
Yeah.
opening with Jim Neighbors? It
Uh,
was the best.
that's a
little
great one, too.
whorehouse in Texas.
In Texas. Go. Look. There's a scene where Burt Reynolds' character goes to visit Melvin P. Thorpe to ask to sort of ask him to, hey, back off the whorehouse, back off Dolly
Right.
Parton's whorehouse. Let's
Because he was the cop. Reynolds was the cop there.
He was the cop. He was dating Dolly Parton.
Right.
He sort of he turned a blind eye to the whorehouse.
Did he turn a blind eye to the other tricks she took that weren't him?
Well, at this point, she was now the madam, so she was no longer
She was
a working
only
girl.
fucking him. That's right.
She was only fucking him at this point.
That's right. Yeah.
So he goes in to have a little in the dressing room of the Watchdog report. And Melvin P.
Yes.
Thorpe is getting ready to go on, and Melvin P. Thorpe says, "I can't do that because he's got integrity." And
Yep.
this whole thing about having integrity and being authentic, and there's so much phoniness
Right.
in the world.
Right.
The entire time he's putting on a girdle, he's putting a wig on,
That's right.
and he's stuffing his crotch with a
Yes.
sock to make it look like it's one of the greatest physical and
Sight gags.
verbal juxtapositions
Yes. Yep. I'm
in
with
movie
you.
history.
I'm with you. Best Laura, one of the best musicals ever. Are we gonna go there?
It's up there. It's one of my top 3, and I don't even like musicals. So
Who does?
who does?
And if Melvin Thorpe was the great Dom DeLuise. Am I correct?
Yes.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, the
That
great Dom
Melvin
DeLuise.
yes, it
One
was
of
a
the
great
great
Dom
scenes talking about how
Dude,
he's so authentic
Dom
and he's just
DeLuise.
underrated.
We talk a lot about the Chris Farleys for great reason, and even the Belushis for great.
Yeah.
Dude, DeLuise is right there with those two.
Captain Chaos,
He's
hilarious.
right there with those two, and even in Neighbors, like you could get dark. Not Neighbors, the other. What was the? There was a one where it was a dark comedy that him and Burt Reynolds did. I don't know.
Oh, the one where he kept trying to kill himself. Burt Reynolds kept trying to
Yes.
kill himself.
Yeah. What was that one? Fuck.
I forgot what it was called.
Neighbors was the dark one with Belushi, right?
Belushi and Aykroyd, where the problem is they switch roles.
Right.
That's why it didn't hit.
The End. Is that
The End,
one?
that's right.
The
Yeah, I
End.
think so.
That is,
It's
yeah,
where-
where he's trying to help him kill his buddy. It's like
Yeah.
that was.
And there's a hilarious scene in that movie where Burt Reynolds is trying to kill himself, so he takes all these pills.
Yes.
And he has nothing to wash it down with, so he just chugs some milk. And then, you think he's going to die, and he sits there, and then he just yaks it all over this glass
Right,
table because
right.
the camera's underneath. And he's like, and the milk is sour.
Such a great gag. Such a great visual.
He's like,
Man.
fucking sour shit milk.
Oh, so good. I think that bombed The End. I don't think people were ready to
I think it
see
did too. I think
Burt
the bomb
Reynolds
and
in a
Neighbors.
suicide.
Neighbors
bombed
and the
too.
End bombed.
They didn't want to see Burt Reynolds in a suicide movie. That was a bit much.
And they didn't want to see Dan Aykroyd as the slob and Belushi as the
like
straight
buttoned
edge.
up guy. Yeah,
The button-up guy.
Yeah,
They wanted that flipped.
And I thought, what a great idea! Flip him. What a great idea!
Yeah.
Like, what's it? The Mike Dinner and Andre guys. They both said they could do the movie flipping the roles.
Yeah.
Like they've done it. They could do it. It needs to be that way. But anyway, Ramble at the ramblepod.com, Instagram at Podcast Ramble. Go to our merch page, TeePublic. You can see our beautiful faces on the Ramble too. Subscribe to all of our
Do that.
YouTubing. Go listen to our
shit.
comedy albums. Go watch our comedy specials. All these things that Eddie and I have here for you. We're right there. YouTube, it's just our names. So that's really easy. That ain't that tough to find.
Come on. Come
Man,
on.
we're geeking out today. We're going to have the Super Nintendo game that should have been ZZ Top's Pearl Necklace, the video
Yeah.
game. A triple threat match between football announcers.
Ooh. That's a
Triple
packed
threat
ramble.
tag team match, by the way. And the geek out. Let's start with the geek out, Eddie. I'm going to geek out. And if we have time. Okay, this is actually, I'm going to do something after the geek out. I'm calling an audible. I'm adding something to this.
Okay.
We're going to go. Have we already done this? The best around song from the Footloose soundtrack. Have we done this?
Oh my God. I mean, Bonnie Raitt's Hero, Waiting for a Hero. That's
Holding out for a hero.
Holding out for a hero.
Was that
Is
Bonnie,
that Bonnie
Raitt?
Raitt?
No,
Is that
that's
Bonnie
the other
Raitt or
girl.
Bonnie?
That's Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler. That's who.
Where
it
have
is.
all the good men gone? And
I don't know that one. That one
let's
gets
think
me.
about this. Let's think about this. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's think
Let's
about
hear it
this.
for the boys.
That's another one. Oh, almost paradise. We're knocking on
That's the
heaven's
finger banger
door.
off the album.
It
that one.
absolutely is.
That's the finger banger off
I
that
mean,
album.
but Dancing in the Street by Shalimar ain't bad. All right,
Ain't bad.
so we're gonna.
I need a hero to me.
We'll
That's the
think
one.
about this though,
Okay.
because I have my choice,
Okay.
Eddie has blown his wad.
I blew my wad. I mean,
We're gonna let
I'll
you
think
come
about.
back to this.
I'll
We'll
look
come
down
back
the
to this.
list and see if I can talk myself out of it. But right now,
You
I
know
can't.
what? I'm gonna blow my wad too. You ready for this?
Okay.
I think it is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
What Eddie and I are picking is the silver medalist for the Footloose soundtrack, because
Okay,
there's
the
no
runner-up.
way there's no
The
way it's
runner-up.
not Bonnie Tyler holding out for a hero.
I need a
There's
hero.
just no way. Holding out for best song on Short Circuit 2, I think, or whichever whatever Short Circuit movie used that one.
If you can watch those nowadays, I don't know if you can get through
You
them.
could not. You could, Jesus
It's a tough
Christ.
watch
It's
nowadays.
a hard watch. Oh, it was a different time. Anyway,
We got to get back to comedy, real comedy,
ooh,
where
as
man can
racist
put
as
on brown
possible.
makeup and talk with an Indian accent.
It's fine.
That's comedy. That's
It's
comedy.
fine. Dude, I have been back on. So I don't know what happened, but my iPad updated and I lost all the G.I. Joe comics. So Dahlem was able to send that shit back, and we're good now. And I'm
Dahlem.
catching up. Have you been reading these?
I haven't. I got to start back up.
Jesus
I haven't been
fucking
reading.
okay, so I think I'm on an issue like 30 or 28, something like that.
Okay.
But there's a
Okay.
moment that happens, okay,
Okay.
when it is revealed, Eddie, the minute they have the interaction, besides the silent issue, which I told you I lost my mind over, when you
Yeah.
realize that Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow have the same tattoo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They have a confrontation. And this is right off the bat. And Storm Shadow says, I'm only in Cobra to find out who framed me. And it's like, and he tells Snake Eyes, soon we can be the brothers we were meant to be. And I'm like,
Wow.
right off the bat, this is like Sting Lex Luger. Like
Yeah.
this is, there's
Quite the face turn for Storm Shadow.
The cartoons led us astray, I think.
Cartoons never did us
cartoons-
justice. You only had 23 minutes. You never
You'll-
could really go into detail.
This was like, wait a minute, this motherfucker's been a good guy. He didn't give a fuck about Cobra. He's just doing this. It was unbelievable. I was like,
How many
holy shit.
Joes, though, did he kill? And then we have to be okay with it.
I don't think he's killed anyone yet. That's the other. At least there's that. Like, it would have been something different if he'd just been chopping Shipwreck's head off. Like, look, I'm only doing this so I can clear
Sorry,
my name.
Shipwreck. Just nothing personal. I'm trying to clear my name.
This weird Dennis Miller character. Hey there, Bo. What are you doing there, Chi-Chi? Like, that was the weirdest fucking thing.
Dressed as a sailor with a
Why don't we
parrot.
have Dennis Miller dressed as a sailor?
Okay, Bob. Okay, Bob.
Did that weird you out watching Shipwreck? You go, this is
Was never one of my
Dennis Miller.
favorites. I was always annoyed when he was in the show because
Yes.
for some reason, whenever he was in the show, he took over the show.
He
was
over.
always
It
the
all
focal
Shipwreck.
point
It
of the
was a
show.
Shipwreck episode. Get the fuck out. Underrated.
want that.
Spirit. I needed more Spirit in G.I. Joe.
Spirit was a great.
He didn't
And also
pop
part
up
of Slaughter's Marauders, too.
Slaughter's
Spirit
War.
was.
Spirit doesn't pop up until issue 30 of the Marvel Comics.
Really?
It's
really?
fantastic. But
Is
here's
Slaughter
dude,
there yet?
No. This is. Here's what we're leading towards, though. We are. It seems like there's already 3 or 4 factions ready
Okay.
to take on Cobra Commander within Cobra. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, there's a... Okay.
This
There's
is
a coup going on.
There is a civil war brewing within Cobra, because it's like Cobra Commander's like Trump. He just uses them, he discards them, and they're still alive. They're like, fuck this guy, I want payback. So, like, you have, like, right now, Cobra and Firefly are like, man, fuck this motherfucker. The Dreadnoughts are like, fuck this motherfucker. The Baroness and Major Blood are like, fuck this motherfucker. Like, it's getting fucking intense. And this is what makes sense, because there's so many Cobra that Joe would be up against it, really, unless they had this giant civil fucking war.
Right.
And
If Cobra was united, Joe doesn't stand a chance.
they stand 0 chance. So this is, and it's fucking, and you also have Storm Shadow, like telling Snake Eyes, dude.
And
I'm
Destro,
outta
don't
here.
forget Destro. Destro's got no love lost for Cobra Commander.
He's him and Firefly are part of a little faction right now. And it's like, but yeah, like fucking, and then you have Storm Shadow who's openly telling Snake Eyes, I'm just trying to find out who the fuck framed me. I don't give a fuck about these people. I'll be back soon with you and I. It's like, this is fucking crazy. I have, and apparently, according to Gary Rickelman, I'm not even near the good shit yet. I'm just getting towards the good shit.
The good shit.
And
okay.
already it's like, fuck, this is incredible. It's fucking incredible. It's
is the good shit when they attack Epstein Island? Is that when? Is that the good
has to
shit?
be where they
When
finally
they raid
tell us who's
Epstein.
on there.
Yo, Jim. Shipwreck, what are you doing here?
Hey, babe.
Hey, babe, I came early. I knew you guys were headed here. I just
thought I'd show up a little early, babe. Gotta, drop a couple hand down. Babe. G.I. Joe rating Epstein. Do you know how disappointed all the fucking psycho right-wingers are going to be if they actually released who was out there?
We'll never see that list. It'll never come out.
As long as Trump is alive, it's like Pete Rose. As long as he's alive, he ain't getting in the
it'll
Hall
never
of
come
Fame.
out.
As long as that shit's never coming.
Never come out.
Trump's there daily, and these fucking idiots. He's gonna be one to expose.
He was a CIA operative back in the 80s. They recruited him to monitor pedophiles.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, sure, man.
Sure, great call. Way to cover.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Whatever.
That makes perfect sense. Oh man. So, all right, Eddie, do you have a geek out today?
Yeah, I just got a notification in the mail that it's getting ready to ship. I bought this. I did it last year.
Shit.
I did the HasLab.
Oh, I remember this. I remember when you got this.
It was at the. We saw it live at the. Well,
We saw it
remember
right
we.
there
This
at
is
Comic-Con.
this is where we met the fridge
The
fanatic.
fridge guy. We thought he was talking about the Rattler. We thought he was like an expert on the we thought he was like an expert on the HasLab Rattler. We thought he was like Chris Pratt's character with the Raptors in Jurassic World, like just the expert trainer. I'm going to show you guys a little display here of the Rattler.
But no, he was there to
just
promote.
A psychotic motherfucker.
Look at the cockpit.
Oh my God! Now is that a decal or does it come like that?
No, it lights up.
Oh man.
Those light up, and then the things that got unlocked on it. I'll show you the tiers that got. Even the gun turret lights up. The gun turret lights up. Look at that.
God. Oh my God. Is there a naked Baroness?
There is a naked Baroness. That was the final tier to get unlocked.
Baroness is pussy. Just you get to see Baroness Bush, and it's
you get some Cobra patches.
Holy shit!
The fly swatters.
You put these
I might
on
wear
the jacket?
these. I might wear these. I might wear these. Then you got you got Cobra Rattler Gunner. He comes with it.
Oh, look at this! Wow.
He got unlocked. Then you got this is the one I want. The Baroness. Oof.
Oh,
look at the Baroness. That's classic Baroness too.
She has no idea how fine she is. Of course she
has no idea. No idea. But so I don't know when it's coming, but I got the notification from Hasbro that hey, it's preparing to ship.
That's fucking great. So I'm gonna have to ask you this. We're gonna have to get very immature here, okay?
Yeah.
Baroness Chitara, which one? If you could have either one. I think I gotta go Chitara. As crazy as that sounds, imagine the protection you'd have.
True.
Who is fucking with you?
Nobody. That's tough though.
It's hard to say no to Baroness.
Well, I don't think she would let you.
She might not let you, but good luck telling Chitara no.
Maybe they fight it out and the winner gets you.
Oh, Chitara.
Maybe
it's a squash. Chitara's like 6'7" It's a squash.
I don't know. I would be a little worried. I couldn't please Chitara.
Give me that chance.
Baroness, I think I might. Chance. I think I could stand a chance with Baroness.
No, but here's the deal. Chitara, I think, is a kind heart, and she would, if you did not please
she'd fake it for you.
Baroness kills you. Baroness is like, okay.
Baroness does a fucking Black Widow on you, or praying mantis. She eats your head off.
This just wasn't worth it. This wasn't worth it. Sorry, pal.
But what a way to go.
What a way to go. All right, so we have Footloose by Kenny Loggins. Almost Paradise with Ann Wilson and Mike Reno. The Let's Hear for the Boy. I'm Free by The Logs. Somebody's Eyes by Carla Bonoff. Never by Moving Pictures. Of course, Footloose by The Logs.
Of course.
Dancing in the Streets, Shalimar. Holding Out for Hero, that's it. That's number one.
To me, that's it. That's the one. Now, there's some great ones on there. I mean, Let's Hear for the Boy. Footloose itself is a great tune.
Now, do we go the extent? Do we dare add the 15th anniversary extended collector's edition? Because it also gives us Quiet Riot's "Bang Your Head."
I don't consider that on the soundtrack though, because I grew up with the cassette soundtrack,
Yes.
and that's the songs that were on that soundtrack. To me, that's the soundtrack of Footloose.
It also gives us Mellencamp's "Hurt So Good" and "Waiting for a Girl Like You," Foreigner. So I think that's all cheating. That's all. We might as well call that the PEDs.
Yes.
This is. I'm.
Well, I knew those songs before Footloose.
Right.
These other ones I was sort of introduced to through Footloose.
I gotta go. Let's Hear It for the Boy. That's my number 2.
Let's Hear It for the Boy.
Let's hear it for the boy.
That's a great one. I might go with Footloose. If I'm giving the silver medal, I might go with Footloose.
Really, yours is Footloose.
The way that song starts is a jam. The way it starts.
I went so hard.
Oh,
fucking great.
And especially when Kevin Bacon jumps down the basement at the end, he's like, "Let's dance," and then it just.
So
good stuff.
Dumbest movie ever made?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Not
I
much
mean,
dumber.
if we really look back,
Hard to get dumber than that movie. Hard to get dumber than that movie.
Like if you saw it now, knowing nothing about it, having never seen it, having never heard from it, and it's just some movie that one of the kids from Stranger Things is the lead.
You're like, this is the stupidest.
And you go,
look,
this is the dumbest.
Had the movie
fucking
been
thing.
sort of like a musical where you could be like, okay, some of this stuff is acceptable, like when Kevin Bacon gets all upset and he goes and has his anger
tantrum
dance, his tantrum dance in the old mill.
Yeah.
That would work if you're in a musical, but now they played this movie up as like, no, this is a straight up movie, and there's just
musical. This is real.
And he just goes in angry dances. And it's just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It hurts knowing how bad that is. It hurts.
How bad that movie is.
And how cool I thought it was.
Yeah.
And then you look back, you're like, oh man.
He's angry dancing in a mill.
This is fucking brutal.
And then there's domestic violence, there's domestic abuse.
You know what's sadder though is like those towns exist.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the saddest part about Footloose. You think, this movie is so stupid. There's no way there'd be a place like this. There's like 700 of those in every state.
Oh, yeah.
At least. At least.
There's some right here in California.
There's right next to us. There's a few. It's just like, God, that's the hardest pill to swallow, I think, about the FL, if I may.
Yeah.
If I may.
Sure.
About the loose. So here we go, Eddie. The Super Nintendo game that should have been.
Okay.
ZZ Top's Pearl Necklace.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming they want to get the game on Kmart and Walmart shelves.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I'm assuming the cover is just the 3 members with their car.
I would imagine. You get that classic ZZ Top car and the 3 members with the beards. Yeah.
Thing. They're just doing
right.
their thing.
I think they're just doing the point. Yeah, I think.
Pointing. I think that's.
Because they want to get it on the Walmart shelf. And we know Walmart pulled the Poison album, so you can't be too racy.
You can't fuck around
with Walmart.
How do you? I've a couple of ideas. Do you see this game playing out as an adventure game, where you choose one of the 3 members of ZZ Top, and each level you fuck a chick at the end, and you have to fuck all of them to get the one who finally lets you give her the pearl necklace?
I think let me hear me out on this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think it's more in the vein of Spy Hunter, where you're instead of the Spy Hunter car, you're the ZZ Top car. Right. And you're going through and you're getting different things as you blow up, as you pull into a truck, right? And you get an upgrade. Maybe you get flames on the side of the car. You pull in a truck. You get you take some. You get some Spanish fly. You just different things. Different things you're accumulating until you get to the whorehouse. That's your final destination.
So, and you have to get X amount of things in order to pull off the pearl necklace.
Right. But there's other cars on the road fighting to get these things because you're racing to get to the whorehouse because you don't want to be last at the whorehouse. You want to be the first one at the whorehouse. You don't want to come in third.
Is it like a big end credit production if you do it? Like where you see her getting bombed and then you see you getting blown away and then she takes it in her hand and this is what she had to say? Like
I think that's what happened.
Wow.
You want to be the first one to drop the pearl necklace. You don't want to be there and there's just 7 or 8 other
fifth guy in line. You have to fit. It's just like, God damn, it's like a Mr. T pearl necklace at this point. This is just like Mr. T's jewelry.
At that point, you're getting it on you, and you don't want that.
This is gross.
Ding, ding, ding,
do you
ding,
take
ding,
turns
ding.
being members of ZZ Top? Or is it just agreed upon that Billy Gibbons is going to do the action? Like the other two are there to help.
I think it's that way unless you have 3 players. If you have 3 controllers, you can play 3 players. And you can be all members.
So there's 3 ZZ Top cars.
And they're all fighting to get there first.
It's a mad world is what it becomes. It becomes Cannonball Run.
Because you want to be the last guy at the gangbang.
You don't want a pearl necklace. Want a pearl necklace. Man, I like it. I think this because then the cover makes more sense.
Yeah, because the car is there.
And then so you don't really. It's one of those things where the censors they would have to play it.
They'd have to get to the final boss, which is the actual.
What the fuck is happening? They're not going to get there. They're thinking, oh, it's just a Spy Hunter clone.
Yeah.
With.
You're shooting other cars on the road, or you're doing oil slicks on the road. Like, no one.
That's cute. It's just cute action, cute car chases.
But once if they got all the way to the finish line, they would see.
Then do the pearl necklace. Does she want a pearl necklace? Like, yeah, that's.
And do you all get there? And you got to hit the buttons really fast to see who can make the pearl necklace first.
Okay, so I think that's if it's a 3-person game. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's a single player.
Yeah.
Because you could be the first one there, but if you're not fast enough, someone who showed up second or third.
Is this game Power Glove compatible?
It has to be. I think it's probably what launches the Power Glove. I think it's what. It is what launches. Like, this is why you get the Power Glove. Is ZZ Top's pearl necklace. You want a pearl necklace? Is this like...
Yeah.
Is this a game where you don't want to help your little cousin or brother beat it?
No.
Is this a game where you do not, wait, can you help me with this? No. I'm good.
You have to figure this one out on your own.
You're on your own on this.
Little Billy.
Mario Brothers 3, pop it right in.
Yeah.
Zelda 2, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
This
ZZ Top's
pearl necklace.
Sorry, buddy. You shouldn't even be playing this.
Rental or do you buy this?
I might buy it. I think
I'd buy it if it comes.
I might buy this one. Comes with the Power Glove. I might buy it.
I'm buying.
And to see some what 16 or 8-bit hotties
16-bit
at the 16-bit tits
at the whorehouse. Are you fucking kidding? I mean, bump. Now, what's the replayability? Seems infinite. This seems like infinite. One of those games you might not ever stop playing.
Right.
I
think once you drop the pearl necklace, then you start the other race, and it's you have to get there. The other cars are faster. Just start speeding up.
Yes, they get faster, and you have to get better and better.
Right. Yes, and you got to hit these pit stops where you can really build up, where you can sort of edge a little bit to build up your load. You pick up these hitchhikers so you can edge a little bit.
There's a whole new second quest to this game. New game plus mode.
You're picking up hitchhikers. Yeah.
You think you finished it the first time?
No.
No. You have to at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Until
you got to get those hitchhikers. Then you see your meter going up. The more you edge, the more your meter fills up. And then when you get to that whorehouse at the end,
she want a pearl necklace.
You can pearl necklace several ladies of the night.
That's I think the final goal is to pearl necklace everyone at the whorehouse. Is it the LaGrange whorehouse? Do we tie things in?
I think we do. I think you have Dolly Parton on the porch singing "I Will Always Love You" in 16-bit glory.
If you do it.
While Melvin P. Thorpe is chasing you down the road, and you have to outrun him to get there in time because he's going to shut it down if he gets there first. He will shut it
down if he gets there. This is perfect. This might be our best one so far. This might be our.
It's the most realistic I could see happening.
There it is. It's the most.
Texas has a whorehouse in it. Lord have mercy on our soul. Texas has a whorehouse in it.
Kids saw that movie.
I saw it with my parents rented it.
Yes.
My parents rented it.
Yes.
And we all watched it.
It was on. It was supposed to be like a family get-together. Let's watch the best little whorehouse in Texas.
I remember having to ask my parents what a whorehouse was.
Yes, what does that mean?
What does that mean? Is it scary? Is this a scary movie?
He would just play LaGrange and go, this is what a whorehouse is. Well, this doesn't help. This is the Von Erichs. So it's a place where the Von Erichs kick ass?
Yeah.
That's what it is?
I thought it was a haunted house.
Man. Well, Eddie, the steel cage is lowered. Who's out first? Enberg and McGuire or Madden and Summerall? Who comes out first?
I think you got to save Madden and Summerall for the big pop. I think you bring out Enberg and
McGuire.
McGuire, they come out first.
Does McGuire have a gimmick? I could see Paul McGuire having
I think he's got one of those worker hats with the two beer things on and two foam fingers. He's doing something stupid because he was Paul McGuire and that's what he would do.
Was Paul McGuire ever a Stall of Famer? Because Jesus Christ, Dude, he was.
I don't think we ever inducted him, but he should have been.
Paul McGuire should have been also.
Because he was a big Buffalo fan, so he ate a lot of buffalo wings.
He ate a lot of buffalo wings. That guy, no matter how he steps out of a shower smelling like beer.
Right.
Correct?
He didn't shit solid for 2 decades covering the Buffalo Bills. He never had a solid movement for 2 decades covering the Buffalo Bills. No way. All those beer and chicken wings, there's no way it was solid. Now I'm wondering,
is Enberg lost? Does Enberg make it to the ring on time, or is he just kind of you know what I mean? Like
he's sort of wandering around.
Yeah,
McGuire's got to sort of angle him into the ring.
So McGuire has all the heavy lifting to do.
Yeah.
Now we have the pop. Summerall Madden.
Does it start with boom and then they walk out like
that
boom?
Has to be.
And then they
boom. It's just like the Rocks thing, but just different mad. It's just that. That's
a heck of a football. That's a football player. That's a heck of a
play. Matt Turk's a tough punter.
He's a tough guy.
Turk's a tough guy.
Well,
and then it's just him, and then that's like. And now, how blitzed is Summerall?
Oh, dude, he's rolling. He's rolling down the ramp. He's stumbling, throwing up. He's probably throwing up into the crowd.
On kids.
He's just throwing up. Shirt's half tucked out, just fucking ties undone.
How many vomits till he takes another swig from his flask?
I think he's probably vomiting and chugging at the same time. It's probably coming out the side of his mouth. Poor Summerall.
He's just
and Mad's just like boom, boom,
boom,
boom.
Oh, then they get in.
Yeah.
And of course, what was previously announced was Greg Gumbel comes out.
Right.
Oh, it's a triple threat match.
President Greg Gumbel
comes out. It's a triple threat match. And then now we have the Monday Night Football.
Frank Allen
Who do you think
now
the biggest pop? Madden and Summerall or the Monday Night guys?
I think the Monday Night guys, but the bum 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 because that's the best theme.
That has to be.
But then I think they get to the front of the ramp right there, and I think Greg Gumbel goes, and Frank Allen Dan play with Freebird rules.
Oh, and please explain.
Freebird rules is it's 2 men in the tag team, but there's 3 guys on the team, so they can switch out whenever they want.
Swap in and out. That was the advantage that the fabulous Freebirds had. That,
Freebird rules.
Not everyone was as lucky as the Von Erichs who could counter that.
Right.
With their own family. So this is
Freebird
now,
rules.
but Freebird rules can't have more than one, right? They can't.
Right.
It's just, ooh. So okay, who? I think Paul McGuire is trying to explain to Dick Enberg that
what Freebird rules is. Enberg's like, they got 3. We only got 2.
Well, I don't understand.
How about that?
And then ding, and then Enberg's just starting the match. Like, fuck, right? Like, and I think it's.
Enberg starts calling the match that he's in because he's so out of it. And he's coming right at me. Boom, right in the face.
Madden
How about that?
Knocked me right across the kisser there, Madden.
I'm seeing stars. He's just getting his ass kicked while he's calling it.
No chance to fight back.
And then McGuire just goes and slaps his bald head and tags himself in, right?
Right. I can't. This isn't.
I can't lose like this.
Right. So I think McGuire and Madden are kind of working each other over, right? And the whole time, I think it's Gifford starts Monday Night Football.
Okay.
And he's just kind of doing the waiting for his moment, don't you think?
Is he a little gun shy from the hit he took in pro football? He doesn't know if he wants to mix it up.
That's why he's waiting to see. Let me just kind of,
I don't know if I want to get involved.
And Michaels is screaming at him to
just
get in.
Yelling at him.
Like, get in there, make a move, right?
Right.
I think, and then, so here's what I think happens. Paul McGuire low blows Madden.
Okay.
That's when Gifford checks in.
Yeah.
And just the two of them kind of start teaming up and working.
Demolition double axe handles on the back.
Double axe handles, Madden.
Is Deerdorf in the corner on the apron with a dog collar around his neck, and Michaels is holding him?
Absolutely.
And Deerdorf is just rabid.
He's like Kamala. He can't.
They have one of those hoods on him like a hawk, like one of those like a hunting hawk, like a bird of prey. So he can't see what's happening.
It's corner of his peripherals.
He's just got a hood on.
If he saw what was happening, he would rip the collar off himself. And that's the tag.
Okay, so
I think Madden is crawling towards Summerall, right?
Right.
Waiting for the tag.
Summerall's looking for a waitress.
So he just keeps turning. And he sees someone like way near the entrance ordered a thing of beer. And so he just abandons Madden.
And goes to get a beer.
And Madden is just
that's like
begging for a tag. And then Enberg starts calling that. Like, Pat's got a problem. Pat's got a problem.
Pat's out of here. How about that?
How about that? Pat's got a problem.
Nobody's tagging in Madden.
So then, Gifford then, of course, pokes the eyes of McGuire, right?
Yeah.
And he DDTs Madden. Gifford.
Okay. So Madden. So who got DDT'd?
Madden. So Gifford.
Madden's out. Madden's
Gifford
out right
was
now.
Teaming up with McGuire.
Okay, and then he double crosses him, pokes him in the eye.
He's not on my team. I'm here for the win. Gifford's playing it safe the whole time. He DDTs Madden, gets on him. 1, 2. Madden just shoots the shoulder up.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. I'm on over here again.
I'm a tough guy. You can't get me like that. I'm a tough guy.
I'm a tough guy.
Boom. Boom.
Hey, there's the thing.
Maybe if you were Brett Favre, you could have pinned me. Boom.
But Brett Favre would have pinned me in 2 seconds.
And then show me his dick. Boom.
And I would have enjoyed it because that cock belonged to Brett Favre. And like, so as this is happening, I think we have chaos, okay?
Yeah. Pandemonium's broken out.
Pandemonium happens because out of the blue, okay, the referee looks kind of odd.
Yeah.
And it's Brett Musburger. Rips his mask off.
Brett Musburger pulls the mask off.
And he goes and he takes the mask off of Deerdorf. And then just runs for his life. And
we all know Deerdorf, when you take the mask off, whoever he's looking at is who he attacks.
Al Michaels just gets his neck snapped. Wait a minute.
He just happened to be in the path of Deerdorf when the mask got taken off.
And this is all Musburger, who used to be number 1.
Yeah.
And this was payback. Jimmy the Greek thing killed him. And this
Irv Cross is with him. Irv Cross runs out.
Right. And they used to be number 1. And this is just this pay-per-view ends in complete shock as Deerdorf just murders everybody.
Just melees. Just a melee. Just taking everybody out. Out of control. No one can calm him down.
Like, Kathy Lee Gifford runs to the ring. And she screams, "Frank!" And then Frank turns to her and smiles. And then his head just falls off.
And then Al Michaels sneaks up. Al Michaels limps up and sneaks up behind Deerdorf and puts the mask back on.
He got it with his broken neck. He survives the broken neck.
No, Al Michaels, not Gifford. Al Michaels.
Oh, no, I thought he snapped Al Michaels first.
Oh, did he?
That was Deerdorf's first move.
I thought he just knocked him out of the ring.
He could knock him out. He could have knocked him out. Yeah, then Michaels saves the day. Al Michaels.
Puts the mask back on him.
Oh, man.
We lost Gifford, but we still kept 2/3 of the team.
Oh, man. Does this make Meltzer? Does Meltzer give this a 5 or 4 stars?
I don't know how this isn't a 5-star match. I don't know how this isn't a 5-star match.
Oh, fuck. This would have been this is the darkest one we've probably done.
Absolutely the darkest one.
There's a few deaths. For sure. A few deaths. Enberg's gone.
Enberg's out.
Deerdorf got Enberg, too. Deerdorf got... I don't know if Summerall might have died of alcohol poisoning. Like, just there.
We never see Summerall again.
We don't know what happens to him.
He's in an alley somewhere.
Oh, fuck. And you got this for free, everybody.
For free.
What a ramble. My goodness.
For free.
What a ramble. We figured out the best song, the best 2 songs in the Footloose soundtrack. We gave you the greatest ZZ Top Super Nintendo game ever based on the song Pearl Necklace. Mm-hmm. And we had this on next.
What podcast covers Footloose, the best little whorehouse in Texas, and wrestling?
And wrestling in one episode. And G.I. Joe comic books.
And G.I. Joe comic in one episode.
And G.I. Joe toys.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what more you want.
I really don't, but we thank you for being here. We will be back Friday for Ramble Radio. Ramble 450, Eddie, next week. We're going to do the Finger Blast song of the day.
Okay.
I don't know if I think we've done this too. So we're going to change it. We're going to do Best Around the Beverly Hills Cop Part 2 soundtrack.
Okay.
Oh, because I think we've done Part 1, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're doing the Beverly Hills Cop Part 2 soundtrack.
Okay.
That's all. So a lot to think about for Ramble 450.
A lot to mull over.
A lot to mull over. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. Please do it. Stay safe out there. We will be back Friday for Ramble Radio. Until then, enjoy the music, everybody. Take care. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. I kind of feel dirty after that. That was a dark one.
That was their darkest yet.
That was the darkest wrestling match we've had. We lost Enberg, we lost Gifford, and we lost.
Does the pay-per-view during the match cut to just Terry Bradshaw sitting there trying to call it from the table with just a look of horror on his face, much like Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, just Bradshaw and Howie Longer just sitting there.
There's still another match coming.
Brad, Sean, how long I have to keep this going?
They still have to call a fucking Joe Buck versus the fucking
Greg Olson.
Yeah.